Hello folks, Sam Owens here, and I've got a nice product for a lot of people that want to do measurements and counting of items. This is the VEVOR High Precision Scale. It's great for counting and measuring real precision measurements, and it is good for jewelry counting and a lot of other applications. You get a power cord for the unit, and it also has batteries in it that you don't have to have the power cord attached, that you can operate the scale using the battery power. You get a tray, and this tray can be mounted like that for packages where you don't have the lip. You have a nice solid area, or you can use it as a tray for counting parts. So that is provided. Also, you have the mount, which is going to mount on here, which is going to hold the tray, and this is the position that you mount it in. It goes this way, and then this is recessed to attach the screws in there. And also you get these little feet, and these feet go on each one of these areas, and there's two sides here obviously, and one side has a little square there, and the other side is flat. You want the flat side up. They provide you with a nice screwdriver for attaching the screws. Okay, and then you get the scale itself, but there's one last thing, is the user manual. This is the counting scale user manual for model JCS-C. First thing is there's a bubble right here, and this bubble allows you to level the scale up. There are 4 little pads, and these are adjustable. Clockwise makes it go closer to the scale. Counterclockwise raises these pads, and that's how you're going to level it up. To start with, you could put it on the table or whatever surface you're going to use, and you want to push on all the corners, and if one corner is too high or low, it'll rock, and so you want to get it to where it's steady to begin with. One thing you can do is take each one of these and go clockwise all the way, so they're all the way in. And then to raise it, you go counterclockwise with these. So the scale here has been perfectly leveled. Now, after you've gotten the scale leveled and everything, then we're going to put on the supporting tray pad, and we put it in this position with the raised area down like this. Line up the holes, and then you'll put the screws in there, and then get the other one in. And make sure they're not cross-threading. There we go. And then just a little firm twist, and put the little pads on, making sure that the flat surface is on there. Okay, now, like I say, it can set just like this for our measuring demonstration. Now, there is a blue protective cover on just the back, and you peel that off before you start. Also, there's a protective cover over this. You start at one edge, and you can pull up, and it'll peel right off. Now, the next thing is we want to use the power cable to charge this up to begin with when you first receive it. And the way you do that is turn it around, and on the back side you have your power switch, and you have your AC plug, and you push in firmly and make sure it goes all the way in there. And then this will go right into an AC outlet, and you'll get a little dot green light, and it's under AC showing that you have AC. And now to turn it on, push that, and it goes through a calibration light. And there's the display. Now, we're going to do a counting exercise first. The scale has one of the major features is counting, and we're going to count these nuts and bolts. When you're counting, they all have to be the same. Like if it's a nut and bolt, they have to be the same so it can count it. All right, turn the power on. It calibrates itself. And then what I have to do is get to the counting feature, and I use the unit key, push, and it goes through the different measurements, and then finally it arrives there. When I get to that point, then I want to put my weight on there, one item, if I'm going to count single item, put my weight on, and then push the PCS to calculate that weight. The SP goes out and it leaves me with 10, but actually the counting, it starts at 1, take it off, and it's 0. So now we're going to count all of these items. I'm going to put them on one at a time just to show the counting. I could put them all at the same time, and you can see it counting them. And it's seeing that from that calculated weight, each time I put one on, there you go. Now if I put one on that doesn't have the nut, look at there. It sees that there's something lacking, and it gives you that you don't have that right amount. And then there is 7. So that's how it can really count accurately. Okay, now let's go to something else, and let's say we want to count a package of screws. Right here I have 6 screws in here, and I could have a lot of packages where you package up a certain quantity, and I want to make sure that all those packages have the correct amount. First thing you do is take the known quantity. Well, first thing I have to do is recalibrate this for the new measurement. We're measuring something new, and now I move over to the PCS feature, counting. Goes through all the measurements, and then I end up there. Now, when I get to that point, I put my sample screw package on there. When I get it on there, I hit the PCS, and that measures that and stores that information. Now it's showing that I have one correct package. I can put another package on there, and let's see what it shows. And that one is correct. All right, now let me show you what happens if you get a package that has one more in it. Now, okay, 1.2. So now I know that there's an extra screw in that one. That one is correct. So that tells me I put that over, somebody takes a screw out of it, and now that's correct. Let's take another screw out, and you'll see that it measures it the other way, and it won't be 1. See, it's 8. So that means that that's missing a screw. So there you go. That's how it will count packages or individual screws. Now we're going to do measurements of ounces, but we're going to do liquids. I could do a screw or a bolt in measurement. So to get out of this, I'm going to go back to ounces. And I'm just going to measure this one bolt to see what it weighs. Now I use the unit key to go to ounces. If I wanted grams, I could stop there. There's ounces right there. Put this in there, and that's 0.4127 ounces. Okay, and we'll do one more just to see if this one's the same. Yep. Okay, now we're going to do liquids though. Liquids, you've got another thing is you've got a container that you have that you don't want to be part of the weight. So we're going to go through another calculation using the tar key, and the tar key takes the container out of the weighing process. Turn it on and let it calculate up. We're going to go to ounces. Now I'm going to put this on so that it weighs it. It's 3.50976. That's what that weighs. Now I want to take that off and have this to just be 0 so I can put the liquid in and only measure that. I hit the 0 tar. It was on 0, so the next time you hit it, it's going to take this off. Look, everything is 0. And it took it off, and now when I pour liquids in, it's going to show how many ounces. And what I need to do is go to ounces, right there, and now I'm going to pour in and put 2 ounces in there. There's 2 ounces, a little bit more if I had an eyedropper. You can see it's just a little bit above it. So I can just pour just a little bit out. That's as close as I can get. And it's right on the 2. Now we're going to try it with 4. That's good enough. See, and it's sitting right on 4. And then see, it's taking a minus 3.5. That was the cup. It should be 0, and there it is. Folks, I hope this has been informative to show you just how valuable this scale could be in your operation or just home use. You just want to know the measurements or ship out a package, you can actually weigh it on here, count coins. The list goes on and on. So I want to thank you very much for watching my video.